David, the boy God saw. They never thought David would be the one. When Samuel came to Jesse's house looking for the man God had chosen to become king, David wasn't even invited into the room. His brothers stood before the prophet, one after another. Strong, tall, impressive, but God rejected them. Man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. David was still outside, watching the sheep, the forgotten son, the one nobody expected. But heaven had not forgotten him. Then came the day Israel stood trembling before a giant named Goliath. For 40 days, Goliath challenged the army of Israel. No one dared to answer. But David heard his voice, and David could not understand how anyone could stand against the living God. His brothers laughed at him. The soldiers doubted him. Even the king questioned him. But David remembered the battles nobody had seen. God had helped him defeat a lion. God had helped him defeat a bear. And David believed God would help him again. He walked toward Goliath with nothing but a sling and 5 smooth stones. Goliath laughed. "You come against me with sticks?" David answered with faith. "You come against me with sword and spear, but I come against you in the name of the Lord. One stone, one moment, one God." The giant fell, and the boy nobody believed in became the beginning of a testimony nobody could forget. But David's story wasn't suddenly easy. Saul became jealous. David had to run for his life. He hid in caves. He cried. He feared. He made mistakes. And one day David himself fell deeply into sin. But when he was confronted, he didn't run from God. He broke before him. He repented. He cried out for a clean heart, and God restored him. Years later, the shepherd who had once been forgotten became king. But perhaps David's greatest victory wasn't defeating Goliath. It was learning that God was with him in the cave, in the wilderness, in failure, in fear, and on the throne. David was overlooked by people, but he was never overlooked by God. And maybe that's your story too. Maybe people don't see your potential. Maybe you've been rejected. Maybe you're fighting battles nobody knows about. Maybe you're still in your wilderness. But don't confuse being hidden with being forgotten. God sees what people cannot see. The same God who chose David in the field can find you in your wilderness. Your story is not over. The God who was with David is still with you. And what looks like the end may only be the place where God is preparing you for what comes next.